Hi everyone, welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Today we are making pizza pockets. It's kind of a celebration day in our land, and I wanted to make something that we normally would eat later in the week, but we're gonna have it in the middle of the week. And these are healthy pizza pockets. So what I've done before we got together is I went ahead and made the dough, which I'm gonna show you. The dough is made of 1 3/4 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, 3/4 cup of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, 1 large egg beaten, and a pinch of salt. Everything but the egg was melted in the microwave until thoroughly melted. Once it was thoroughly melted, then when you can touch it with your hands, you actually mix the dough with your hands. And the dough looks like this. So at this point in time, I am now going to make 4 equal sections of the dough, as this makes 4 pizza pockets. You can fill the pizza pocket with anything you want. The ones that we're gonna do is we're gonna make pepperoni pizza. So what you wanna do is you take out 1/4 and you put it on the paper. And we're gonna just basically with our hands start spreading it out. You want it to be pretty long. You're gonna make it go pretty thin. So as best as you can. Some people use parchment paper on top. I use this kind of dough to make homemade bagels. If you guys are ever interested, Google keto everything bagels, everything seasoning bagels. I don't actually use the everything seasoning, but I use the mix, and it's very, very similar. There's only a couple differences, and they make amazing bagels that I eat for breakfast. So what you do is you put out 1, and that's 1 serving. So at this time, you keep your mozzarella, cut up pepperoni, and your sugar-free tomato sauce that you get from the store. You're gonna fill half of it and leave some space at the edge. We're gonna crimp it with a fork. So I'm gonna put some sauce in, a little over a tablespoon, and kind of spread it halfway through the pocket. And then, I've got this stuff on my hands. Let me wipe my hands off, guys, I'm sorry. So sorry about that. But I don't want to put my hand in the cheese bag. All right. So then you're going to get some mozzarella cheese. And by the way, they do say 1 tablespoon each of the sauce, cheese, and pepperoni slices. And you could use anything you want. You could use vegetarian peppers, mushrooms. You could do some sausage or meat. I'm eyeballing it here because that's kind of what I do. But I also know we like our pepperonis and we like our mozzarella in our pizza pocket. So you'll see I'm kind of filling this up. Okay, traditional so far. At this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up from here and I'm literally gonna roll it over and spread it out. I'm gonna seal in the sides. Don't worry about that goop there a little bit. And then you're gonna wanna crimp it with a fork so that it will stick. Although my fork doesn't seem to want to do that, so maybe I will use my fingers. They say to crimp it with a fork. I'm gonna use my fingers. Basically, seal it. Who cares? It's going in a hot oven. The oven is at 400 degrees. And you'll see it's nice and filled and then sealed around the corners. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this a few more times and I will show it to you, and then we'll place it into the oven. Be right back. Okay, so I have gone ahead and I have made up 4 relatively big pizza pockets. Now these are just pepperoni pizza pockets, and they're gonna go into the oven on a parchment lined paper, and you wanna bake them for 15 minutes. While they're baking really quickly, let me go over the nutritional information. I will tell you, making the fathead dough before I came on took me like 1.5 minutes, plus you saw the prep, and it took me 5 minutes between making the first keto low carb pizza pocket to making all 4. So it does not take long for a prep, and you get a pizza night. Feel free to double this recipe with larger families, or if you feel like you definitely need to eat more than one pizza pocket, feel free to do so. All right, in each pizza pocket, based on the pepperoni pizza, if you want to swap it out and do a cheeseburger kind, or a bacon, egg and cheese, or you can have fun with anything you want on the inside. I stuck with pepperoni pizza. So with pepperoni pizza, each pocket is 333 calories. So that is fairly high in calories, but we've got the mozzarella cheese, we've got the cream cheese, we've got the almond flour, plus we also have more mozzarella in the topping, and then the pepperoni. So it does add up in the calories. The total carbs is 6. But there is 1 gram of fiber, so to find your net carbs, you subtract that fiber, and you're only at 5 net carbs per pocket. So if you're counting carbs and not counting calories, you might be fine to eat 2. And if you're counting calories, look at your caloric intake. There is 20 grams of protein, so it's a nice, good protein-rich meal. What I plan on doing is I have some leftover pepperonis, and I'm gonna put a big salad on the side for everybody. And I'm gonna put some pepperonis on top for a little extra protein, and then a low carb dressing, and everybody can dress theirs however they want. And then I'm gonna take the remainder of the sauce, and I'm gonna put it in a little bowl in case people want to dip their pizza in a sauce. So pretty easy dinner. It serves well with the salad. And then in the past I did a YouTube where I took pepperoni chips and I took the cheese and I made pepperoni crisps that were pizza crisps. And I also did one, it's on the same video, where I did some that were the cheese and pepperoni together, and then some that were the pepperoni alone. So tomorrow, if you want to know what I'm doing, feel free to find that video, because tomorrow I'll be making pepperoni crisps with the remaining pepperonis. I'll be back in a little bit to show you our finished product. All right, they are out of the oven. Let me just take and show this to you. Don't they look amazing? Oh my land, so good. So you just simply grab a pot holder, slide underneath, and I'm gonna put one on everybody's plate. There's still one as a leftover. Pizza pocket. Huge salad. Get your veggies in there, and remember, fiber helps to flush the fat, so it's good for you too. And this is what's for dinner. I hope you enjoy.